What's up, fellas? So today we have a technical breakdown of wrestling versus Jiu Jitsu in the UFC, starring Demian Maia versus Chael Sonnen. And the main concept we'll like to keep in mind throughout this video is problem versus solution. So in grappling scenarios, one fighter will create a problem for the other, and it will then be up to the other fighter, the second fighter, to create an effective solution for the problem, and then go back into mounting his own offense. And with that being said, let's get right into the breakdown. So in the beginning of the fight, Demian is going to take a shot. You see on his shot here, he's on his knees. Chael takes a belly whizzer, starts sprawling out his right hip, getting real heavy on his right hip, and also starts pressing down on the head of Demian. But in order to compensate, what Demian does is he knee pounds up first, posts his left leg, and then slides his right knee underneath Chael. After he does this, he steps over Chael's calf or his ankle. Now he's gonna connect his hands behind Chael's back and start looking to get real tight underneath him and try to off balance. Chael, in this process, he lands a few strikes to the body, but regardless, Demian is gonna wind up trying to sweep Chael over to his right side, and in the process, Chael is just gonna sag his weight in his hips and get real heavy. And now we see Chael post his leg up to secure that side of his body. Demian, to adjust, is gonna make an S grip behind his back and start elevating Chael over to Chael's left side. And what this does is it forces Chael to have to post on his hand and his knee now. So it makes his right side really light, and this is the side that Demian wants to attack. He's using this off balance so he can come up on a single leg. As this plays, we see Demian start coming up on a single leg, and Chael shuts it down. So, Well, for starters, after he makes the S grip, Demian is gonna take a grip around Chael's waist here. He's trying to get around that far side hip. And he's also posted, if you see, on his right elbow. Now the issue here is that posting up on your right elbow is not an athletic position. If he was posted up on his hand, he would be able to drive into Chael and put more of that weight on Chael's left side. And so what Chael does to defend and to re-attack or to counter, he posts on his left hand and drives back into Demian. This allows Chael to create some space from his hips, from his body, and he's gonna post on Demian's head. And if you see, his left foot is in a really athletic position here. Even though Demian has his hand around Chael's hip, Chael is in a really strong position to just frame away, and this is exactly what happens. Demian, to recover, decides to pull guard, and Chael follows right through. Immediately, you see Chael start making grips on the legs of Demian, and this is actually a really wise choice because this allows Chael to follow up with shots. So Chael's gonna try to follow up with a strike here, and now Demian is using Chael's offense as an opportunity to mount his own offense, to get some type of grip on Chael's legs, right? He tries to get a grip on his legs. He tries to move up to the upper body, which is the arm. For a moment here, he makes a grip on Chael's left tricep. Now this grip he has here allows him to pull Chael back into his guard, and he's trying to work to get underneath him. You see Demian trying to off balance Chael a little bit by tipping him over to the right, and Chael's just gonna post his left leg and get really good head position underneath Demian's chin. Now if he didn't have this head position, Demian would be able to get a lot lower on Chael, start elevating him, start wrestling up, sweeping, submission attempts, if Chael did not secure this head position. And now we also see that Chael's right arm is on the outside of Demian's inside position. So in order to compensate, what he's gonna do is he's gonna take a frame using his hand on Demian's face. He's gonna push it away, and now this gives him the space to pummel his elbow on the inside of Demian's chest. Your arms are a lot safer when they're inside. Demian is gonna try to sit back into him, and you see Chael meets him with this hard, just this nasty frame, kind of like an elbow. You can use it to strike as well. This frame right here is a problem for Demian. Demian wants to get underneath, and he can't get to him because his frame is keeping his body away from Chael's legs. We're gonna see the solution that Demian tries to implement. So he posts up on his right hand here, and he's gonna try to fall back and pass the elbow through to the other side. And we see Chael just get really heavy on that left side. He gets really heavy on that frame and just makes it really ugly and completely just smashes Demian's attempt to, mount any offense right there. Same thing, his hand is on the outside. He uses his head position, his frame in the face, and gets his elbow back on the inside and just backs up. Now immediately we see when Chael backs up, his arm doesn't really lose contact with Demian. He just slides down his body and takes a grip on his legs. And in this situation, Chael decides to re-engage now. And because he doesn't have leg control, Demian does like a technical, kind of does like a hip heist, and he re-wrestles into Chael. But if we see Demian also doesn't have good position here. He doesn't have his right knee posted out to where he can start coming up on his toes. His position here is pretty bad, and so Chael is just able to get real heavy on him and bully him back down into the mat. Now, Demian, he continues grabbing the far side hip. It's kind of like he greedily tries to climb to the upper body controls. I believe he would have better control if he would secure the leg first and then move his way up to the back. And so he has that control on his hip. Chael has got a good heavy whizzer in here, but Demian is able to get up to his knee. Right, he's got a better position now. But look where his left arm is at. Since Chael has this whizzer, he can't really wrestle him back down the way he would want to. But if you notice here, Chael's right leg is actually weaved around Demian's left leg. And now this is just gonna allow Chael to sit back and straighten out his leg as he sweeps Maia over to his back. Demian winds up securing double unders and is able to put Chael in his guard. He's trying to stretch Chael out. Now this is gonna be dangerous because Chael can wind up getting arm locked here, arm barred, potentially even swept, but we're gonna see the same defense as before. Chael establishes his frames on the head, gets his elbows back on the inside, and can start posturing up. Now we're back on the feet. So this next sequence we're gonna see, Demian kind of just bum rushes his way into the clinch, but he makes it work. You know, he makes it work. He ties up one of Chael's arms, has good head position against the cage. He's also gonna look to throw a knee here, and after the knee, Chael digs an underhook. So now Demian has double overhooks, and Chael's pressing back into him. All he's gonna do is just step off, and he gets a nasty sweep here. Now this is where life-saving decisions come into play. As soon as they hit the mat, they're both trying to improve their positions here. So Demian is actually going to wind up getting his knee over top of Chael's hip, and this allows him to slide on top and end up in a mount. But Chael makes a critical mistake right about here. We see Chael's left arm swoop through and around as if he's trying to escape out the back door. Demian recognizes the opportunity. He's going to pinch his knees together and make sure he really secures Chael's right arm with the overhook that he has. Chael makes his final decision, his final move, and he tries to bridge into Demian. Demian just follows through, and as anyone would, locks up the triangle. And Demian's squeeze is just too strong. Even with the arm not even fully passed over, he's done. And there you have it, folks. In this fight, Jiu Jitsu winds up getting the dub and coming out on top. All right, let's get into a few takeaways. So for Jiu Jitsu, playing from your guard can be effective, but also taxing if the man on top has really good base and solid defense, right? If he's putting heavy pressure on you, it can weigh down on you a lot and really start taking away from your energy bar. We also have using our lower body connections to enter into upper body connections. And what this means is just to not outright climb into upper body connections. If we can make them, then good. But sometimes in some situations, we will need to start low and then work our way up. We also can take advantage of failed shots and pull our opponents into our guard and then use these opportunities to wrestle up, and also to use off balances and submission attempts combined with wrestle ups to mount offense. Now, from a wrestling perspective in MMA, we would like to establish a heavy top pressure with inside frames, making sure that we're keeping our arms safe and also have good control of our opponent. We can use a head position to stretch the bottom man away from getting underneath of us, so putting our forehead underneath his chin, keeping his upper body far from our legs. Anytime we posture up, we're going to look to control his legs, and this is just going to keep him from being able to reattack or from sitting up into us. And then any opportunity that we have, we would like to reattack with strikes, not forcing the issue, and also being aware to not put ourselves in potential threats or potential danger while doing so. And that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed the video so far and would like more content like this, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and run this video up, and then we'll try to get more content out for you guys real soon.